Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, or good evening, or good morning, depending on where you are in the world. My name is Kevin Bowser, and I'm a founding ambassador with iMarkets Live. And I'd like to welcome each and every one of you here today to our overview and opportunity webinar. And perhaps you're listening to this on a recording. We'd like to welcome you as well. I want to thank everybody for taking time to come here today and to hear about a very unique company and a fantastic business opportunity, we think. We hope that you'll agree by the end of today's presentation. The company that we're going to be talking about here, as you can see on the screen with our website, is called iMarkets Live. And although you'll often hear us use the abbreviation IML, all of that stands for International Markets Live, and it all spells opportunity for you. Today, I'm going to be sharing some very powerful information with you about how banks make money and how you can make money in the exact same way working with iMarkets Live. This information, ladies and gentlemen, could potentially change your life and the financial lives of your loved ones and other people that you care about. I'm also going to be taking time to tell you about our CEO and leader of the company, Christopher Terry, who is an absolute visionary. This man has merged together two of the most powerful and largest industries in the world into one amazing business model. And that first industry is the network marketing or direct sales industry, which is a $166 billion a year industry, folks. That's bigger than the movie industry, bigger than the music industry. And the second industry that he's merged together here is the foreign exchange and foreign currency market, which trades over $5 trillion a day. This phenomenal business model, you will find if you search near and far, that it only exists at iMarkets Live. So today I'm going to be showing you how to move from the 98th percentile of income earners to the 2% of income earners. There's a lifestyle associated with that, and each and every one of us deserve that. You see, ladies and gentlemen, it's all about leveraging your time and your money the same way that the wealthy elite and the banks and financial institutions have been doing for ages. Now, over the past 30 years, our CEO, Christopher Terry, has been teaching people how they also can become extremely wealthy like him. He's built wealth from first working in the construction industry, building high-rise buildings in New York City. He's built wealth from investments, though, and business ventures, from trading stocks, Forex, of course, and futures. And over the past 15 years, he has taught thousands of people to become extremely wealthy using the power of leverage. So I want you to stop for a minute and think about this. If you stopped working today, what would happen to your income? It would stop, okay? So what if we could show you how your money can work for you, where you wouldn't have to be concerned about a job or even having a job? Let's face it, folks, in this day and age, job security is virtually a thing of the past. I've got good news, though. Fortunately, iMarkets Live is positioned to hand you the keys, which we believe can unlock the doors to wealth and give you the ability to go from being controlled and leveraged by others to being able to leverage and control your own wealth and time. We're going to teach you how to unlock the doors to wealth with the power of leverage and compounding. Now, I want to show you something here on this chart that's extremely important, and that is how the 2% of people who control all of the money in the world, the wealthy elite and also the banking institutions, and how they want us to believe something that really isn't true. Okay, this graph is from an article that was published in March of 2015, and it shows how money grows based on a compounded interest rate of 7% over 40 years. They're showing how a person can invest $50,000 and turn it into $560,000, which represents roughly an 1,100% increase. That's pretty impressive, wouldn't you say? Well, not really, and here's why. Below on the very same graph, this is what we are expected to believe. And in order for that graph to be possible, as you can see, the source of this information is JP Morgan Asset Management. And they're asking us to assume a 7% annual return on it for 40 years. Well, that raises some really basic questions, folks, because, does anyone here actually believe the banks are going to let us make 1,100%? Have you ever seen that? Do you know a bank that pays 7% a year for 40 years? That's just not reality, not even 5% or 3%. In fact, these days, the reality is more like 1%. Okay, and it's very interesting how on the very same article that I just showed you, this ad was placed there by way of Google Analytics, and they're showing you on this current advertisement, 1.29% per year is what a bank is paying. And many of them are like this, and many of them are paying even less. So that means if you give your bank, in this case, $1,000, that they'll give you back after a year, $12.90. Wow. However, if you were to borrow from the same institution $1,000 at 20%, which they lend that all day long and do that with credit cards, you would be charged $200. So you see how those in control of the money are using leverage to their advantage. Okay, now, does anyone really want to have to wait 40 years or longer to enjoy their wealth? Of course we don't. Yet the reality is with a 1% interest rate, it would take approximately 150 years for that $50,000 to get to $562,000. That's a staggering fact that's not to anyone's advantage here. You see, the 2% who control the money and control the 98% of the population, they've known this for years, and they're doing it to their advantage, not to ours. But iMarkets Live has a unique business model that allows you to be able to leverage your time and money and also provides you the ability to compound it, which truly is an industry first that can help you to take control and reach your financial dreams. Okay, now let's take a quick look at another graph here on this slide, which shows the results from an iMarkets Live trading account that had a $10,000 deposit made into it on September the 25th of 2014. And between then and March 20th, you see in that approximately 6 months with compounded gains from Forex trading, this is a staggering result. Okay, now let's take a closer look at those numbers because they're really worth pointing out and understanding. It shows 150% gain. This is so impressive. That's $15,000 in profit in just under 6 months. Now, if you were to annualize those numbers, that puts you at about 590% of compounded growth, or that means that the same $10,000 in 1 year at that rate would turn into $60,000 of gain, all coming from $10,000 deposited in the first year. This is the way that the banks earn money, folks. You give them your money and they earn 500, 600, 700% a year, but then they turn around and they're paying most of their customers 1%. Does that seem fair? Well, we don't think so. We think you would rather keep that 500 to 700% yourself. Okay, and that's why we're doing what we're doing, getting the word out. And at iMarkets Live, you can keep it because it's all yours. Now, it's important to realize that these huge profits are actually realistic because that $10,000 cash account had a leverage value of $1 million back in September. And now that it's grown to 25,000, the same account has a leverage value of about $2.5 million. That is the power of leverage combined with compounded growth. You probably didn't realize, but the largest income stream for banks is trading stocks and Forex, bonds, and futures. This is because they leverage their customers' money and compound its growth. Now, traveling forward with iMarkets Live, you'll have access to systems and products and information, and that will give you the ability to do the same thing that banks have been doing for many years, the ability to leverage the money. But this time, the money and the profits are all yours. By the way, I'm pretty excited to point something out to you here. That chart that I showed you before, we've now labeled it at the top, and you'll see that this is actually revealing the results from our new product, the automated trading robot that we call the IML Dreammaker. And IML owns the technology 100%. This is something that's been created by Christopher Terry, our CEO, and his team of programmers, and it's a very exciting product. Now, with this, everyone can have access to this, to leveraging money automatically and creating wealth automatically through the use of compounding earnings, and all of this hands-free, no human interaction required. Now, near the end of our presentation today, we're going to discuss the IML Dreammaker Ambassador Program and a fantastic limited time promotion that we have available. So please stick around for that. Now, I want to talk for a little bit about Christopher Terry and how this company came to be. You see, iMarkets Live was born out of a vision that he had, that he could give anyone from around the world the same access to wealth building methods that the wealthy have kept secret for ages, and created substantial long-term wealth for themselves, and he wants to be able to teach the regular people to do the same thing. The company vision is to empower average people who are part of the 98th percentile of earners, how they can earn money and really get hold of it and turn them into the 2% of income earners through working with iMarkets Live. So that's his vision. Now, who is Christopher Terry? Well, he is a very well-known and respected trader in the industry. He's an educator who has mentored thousands of individuals over the past 20 years, and he has a very long list of impressive credentials that include that he's traded personally and for corporations accounts of over $50 million. He's been featured in a half a dozen books. He's published over a dozen magazine articles, and when you become a member, you have access to those articles in the back office. For the past 15 years, he's been a featured speaker at the Traders Expo in both New York City and Las Vegas. We have a new video that we have put out, actually that we've accessed, that was put out by themoneyshow.com recently, showing him being interviewed at the New York Traders Expo just a couple of months ago. You probably want to check that out. Do a search on YouTube for IML YouTube channel, and it's one of the new videos at the top. Very impressive. You'll see the kind of theory and information that this man knows and possesses is just incredible. He's spoken for the Association of Market Technicians on a regular basis. He's a weekly contributor to themoneyshow.com. He has a regular spot on there. He's been featured on Bloomberg Radio, on the Bloomberg Report, and quite frankly, the list goes on, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to stop and point out that, you know, obviously our CEO is fully qualified to help us to create wealth. He's already helped many people around the globe to become wealthy from trading Forex and futures, and some of his students have even gone on to create their own companies and to be featured on television, on different financial shows. And so, you know, Christopher Terry is the real deal. And so if you're looking at participating in our company as a customer or as an independent business owner, you know, this is the person that you deserve to be working with and to have access to. He's the real deal, folks. So now we're going to talk about our market for a few minutes because this is important to understand too. You know, what actually Forex is. What is the Forex market? Well, Forex itself is just the exchange of one country's currency with another country's currency. A perfect example is if you travel from, let's say, the United States and you went over to Europe, you'd sell your US dollars when you got there to buy the local currency, let's say the euro, okay? And at that time, you know, the euro is typically stronger than the dollar, and when you buy it, you know, you kind of lose out a little bit perhaps on your buying power, but during the time of your stay, that could very well change, and by the time you come home, you exchange your euros for dollars, you just might find that you made a profit because of the change in the exchange rate. Or it could go the other way too, and that's all foreign exchange is. You know, people participate in it all the time when they travel and don't really think about it. But in this case, we're talking about, you know, trading and earning money or losing money when the price changes. And to be profitable, of course, you know, we win more than we lose. That's how that works. And in this case, iMarkets Live is working in the foreign exchange market on a systematic basis, and we're looking at, you know, the global decentralized market of trading the currencies. And as you can see from the slide here, it's a $5 trillion per day industry. That's how much is being transacted. And now we have an equal opportunity to earn money by trading in this market, just like the banks and the large financial institutions do. So I want to share another exciting fact with you about Forex trading, and that's that it operates 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, although there's no trading on the weekends. But that spells plenty of opportunity for each and every one of us to be able to get ahead in a big, big way. Now, I want to point out that our main product at IML is the Forex Trade Signal Service, and this is an exciting product that is a 100% hands-free service. And in literally 2 minutes or less per day, you're able to use this product to leverage 20 years of trading experience and success for 24 hours per day. And here's how it works. It's really pretty simple, folks. We have an easy-to-install plug-and-play software that anyone from around the world can connect to, which connects them to our server. And that allows them to mirror our exact trades virtually instantly. And the Forex markets allow us to leverage our money. And so with this instant connection here and the expertise of Christopher Terry and his team of traders, we're able to really make some progress in the earnings department. And working with the Forex market, it allows us to leverage our money. So where we take $1,000, that can be leveraged to $50,000 worth of currency for trading purposes. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why traders are amongst the highest income earners in the world. Now, rather than earning 1% from a local bank on your $1,000, why not earn 1% on $50,000 with leverage? This is what the banks and the wealthy 2% of the population are doing, because they understand leveraging money combined with the power of compounding it. Now with iMarkets Live, you can also have access to Christopher Terry's expertise and to the very same leverage where $1,000 in cash equals $50,000 in trading currency. Pretty phenomenal. Now, it's very simple to see how this works. Our master account enters a trade, and whoever's connected to the server gets the trade in a fraction of a second anywhere around the world. The trade is automatically mirrored to the client account. And this slide is a great example of how that service operates. When the master executes a trade, as you can see on the right, it's automatically copied to the client account within a fraction of a second. So all you need to do to be able to benefit from this and to earn is to be connected to the client server. So, you know, it's pretty spectacular. There's really no limits as to where you can go with this. And I want to point out that we also make available demo accounts. So when people first get started, there's no need to jump right in with your hard-earned cash, you can trade a demo account anywhere from $1,000 up to $50,000 in play money, and just get familiar with the system and see how it all works, okay, before you actually put your hard-earned cash in. Our Forex trade signal service is a true hands-free business for you, where you have the earning power and the experience of our 20-year expert, Christopher Terry, and his team, like I said, in less than 2 minutes a day. All you have to do is log in and log out once a day. That's the 2-minute portion. The rest of it is done. So it's done for you. So perhaps by now you may be starting to see why we think there's no limits to the earning potential here working with iMarkets Live and our incredible products. The product is a game changer in the industry, and we're able to trade exactly like the professionals, not just learn from them and try to mimic them, exactly like them. And we don't even have to invest the time to learn how to do it, although people may want to do that, and we'll talk about that later, how we can support those who are interested in learning. But all of the trade analysis, the trade execution, it's all done by iMarkets Live. You just sit back and earn hands-free. It doesn't get much better than that. But as I mentioned, you know, we do have amazing educational products that people can choose from for those who do want to take the time to become educated about trading. It's optional, but it's available. And so we have trading webinars, classes, live education, rooms that people can go to online and actually participate and watch the trading taking place. We've got an amazing video library. The company posts weekly schedules of our educational events on the website, so everyone can stay up to date. They send out regular notifications, so it's really quite a fantastic educational system for those who are interested in that side of it. And when I'm going to hold my comment there for the sake of time, but we're going to move on and talk about when is it the best time to start a business. And we think that time is right now, folks. When we look at Forex and the benefits of being successful in trading in a hands-free manner, we can then start to look ahead at using our time and profits to start other businesses, or to drive a better car, or better cars multiple, or to travel, or to invest in our kids' future. Okay, college is not getting less expensive, let's face it. Okay, now one thing about iMarkets Live I want to point out is that the service allows you to earn from anywhere that you are, anywhere in the world, okay? And this helps to provide people with a lifestyle that they may not have ever been able to have in the past. Now, the foundation of iMarkets Live is all about helping people, helping them to earn while they learn. Think about it for a minute, and we think you might agree that the genius of the IML business is that it provides you with a hands-free business through the signal service, and also provides you an opportunity to learn if you want to, learn how to trade, but again, only if you want to. Earning and learning is one way to go, and of course, leveraging and compounding. Or you can just earn and leverage and compound. You can skip the learning part. It's your choice. Now, perhaps at this point, you may be interested in becoming a customer and just using the products. Then if that's the case, you can sign up for our gold package at $195 and $95 per month on a subscription basis. Now, it's important to understand that competitors out there charge upwards of $5,000 to get started and $300 or more a month for a similar package. You should also know that when professional traders meet on a one-on-one basis with Christopher Terry, they're willing to pay upwards of $10,000 for just a couple of days of mentoring from him. And when he speaks at live seminars, he charges $3,500 per person and gets it willingly. This is because of the depths of his specialized knowledge. Yet through iMarkets Live, Christopher Terry truly wants to put the power into your hands for only $95 a month. I want to remind you that you're not only buying products and services at IML, you're also buying access to Christopher Terry and his team, access to your own global business that gives you an opportunity to earn, again, can't say it enough times, hands-free, okay? Now, for those of you who may be interested in marketing iMarkets Live, for only additional $5 more per month, you can become an independent business owner and have the opportunity to share this directly or indirectly with others in over 120 countries around the world. There's many other benefits and earning opportunities for IBOs, as we like to call them. So far, you've seen the power of our services and the ability to leverage and compound money, which is one of the most powerful concepts when it comes to creating wealth, but it's not the only one. iMarkets Live, as we pointed out earlier, has taken the Forex market and with the network marketing industry, which by itself is an impressive $166 billion per year industry. As IBOs, we're paid handsomely to share iMarkets Live with others and to acquire customers and to help those who are interested in becoming IBOs themselves, or as I mentioned, independent business owners. Now, earlier I asked the question, what would happen if your income was, if you were to stop working, what would happen to your income? And of course, the answer is that it would stop. Well, knowing this, ladies and gentlemen, if your income stops when you stop working, then you really have to ask yourself, when can you ever really stop working? When can you ever retire? The answer for more and more people is increasingly never. Most people haven't saved enough in their lifetime, or they haven't managed to invest wisely, and it's a sad state of affairs, and we'd like to help you to avoid that if that happens to be the path that you're sliding down at this point in your life. So, think about this for a minute. There's only 24 hours in a day, and that's the maximum amount of time that anyone can work in a day. This means that your income is limited to 24 hours of earning power. And how many days can you work 24 hours in a row? One, maybe? This is called trading your time for money, and you just can't do it for 24 hours a day. We all know that. You're being leveraged by your company that you work for, and you're not leveraging your time. They're leveraging your time. Now with iMarkets Live, let's just say that you have become directly or indirectly responsible for a team of IBOs, maybe 100 people in your group. And what if each of them worked 2 hours a day building their IML business? Then your business would be operating 200 hours a week, and yet you would have only worked 2 hours. Now that's leveraging your time, okay? Let's say that you earned a small percentage off of each of their monthly subscription costs. Then you would essentially be earning 200 small checks, and this is monthly residual income from the leverage of money. As your business grows to, let's say 500 to 1,000 team members, you'd be compounding time and money while earning an ongoing residual income. The power of leverage and compounding is truly fantastic. Now, the cost to get started as a retail customer is $195 the first month, and then a monthly auto ship of $95. But for an additional $5 a month, you can become an IBO and have the right to sell our magnificent services. As an independent business owner, you are also able to acquire new customers on a retail basis who will allow you to earn additional money from their monthly subscriptions. You're able to earn multiple bonuses from those that you're directly or indirectly responsible for. Now, when we say indirectly responsible, that means that as you're building a team and there's other people above you in this structure building a team, that you can benefit from people by the way of something we call spillover. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in just a minute. But those people you're indirectly responsible for because they fall under you and you don't even know who they are, okay? Now, when you sign up a new customer who pays $195, you earn $100, and we call that the first order bonus. and you also earn 4% from the remaining $95 that's paid. You earn 4% of the $95 each time your customer makes their monthly auto ship payment. Now, how many people do you know that would love to earn hands-free profits from our trade signal service that we talked about earlier? Think about that. Once you become an IBO, paying $100 a month, your entire 3x8 matrix is opened up. And what's particularly impressive about our compensation plan is that even if you don't personally enroll anyone, you still earn 4% from the retail sales that fall below you in the matrix. As I mentioned, we call that spillover. Our comp plan is based on a 3x8 matrix, and it goes from left to right, top to bottom, and there's over 9,800 positions that are in the matrix, and when that fills up, you're able to earn 4%. Actually, while it fills up, you're able to earn 4% of every person in the matrix paying $95 a month. Do the math on that, folks. We think that you'll be pleased with the number that you get. Okay, now we have more details on this available on the website. Again, this is an overview, so we're just going to move right along and talk about one of the other very impressive components of our compensation plan that's called the 100% check match bonus. This means that when you help your personally sponsored people to earn money in the matrix, that you also earn 100% of their matrix income. Now think about this for a minute. You help John to make $500 a month in his matrix, and your monthly check from that is going to be $500 a month. It's a 100% match. Let's say you help 5 people to earn $500 a month from their matrix. Well, then you'd earn $500 from each one of them for a total of $2,500 a month from this one bonus component of the compensation plan. You know, there really is no limit to the amount of people that you can personally sponsor, and which means there's no limit to the income that you can generate from this as well. So, you know, it's pretty awesome. It's leveraging time and money again at its finest. Now, Christopher Terry actually realized that a 3x8 matrix does have its limitations for those who seek to earn truly unlimited income. And, you know, take, for example, if there's a large group that develops under you of 20, 30, 100, 200 levels deep, and, you know, that is building up under you. Wouldn't you like to be able to access that for income as well, okay, instead of just getting paid on the 8 levels? Well, he thought that big thinkers who think about making big money would like that. And so the company added 3 types of what we call infinity bonuses to ensure those of you who want to build large organizations can earn as deep as your organization will grow. Okay, so when you qualify, you can earn an additional 1%, 2%, or 3% of your entire organization. That means you can potentially earn your 4% matrix bonus plus 100% check match plus the 3% infinity bonus on top of all of that. And then below your 8th level, you can earn that 1%, 2%, or 3% all the way to infinity. So there's virtually no limitation to your ability to earn large income at IML with this very generous compensation plan. And keep in mind, this is completely separate and aside from your earning potential working with the trading products. You could see the full details for our compensation plan on the iMarkets Live homepage of the person who invited you here today. Just click on the Opportunity tab, and you'll find information there, both a video as well as a PDF file in case you would care to read it. And it's available in both English and Spanish. So if you're interested in becoming either a customer or an IBO with iMarkets Live, then I suggest that you contact the person that referred you to this presentation and get your questions answered, and also ask them for help with getting started. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, this officially concludes the basic iMarkets Live opportunity overview, and I want to thank each and every one of you for attending our presentation today and staying with me and listening. But at this time, I'm going to continue on and do a quick review of the exciting iMarkets Live Ambassador Program and the brand new IML DreamMaker automated trading robot, along with the many profitable perks associated with them. Okay, so we'd encourage you to stick around, and if you may be ready to become an IML ambassador and live a lifestyle that most people only dream of, then this information is definitely for you. Okay, now we have this new IML ambassador program associated with the IML DreamMaker automated trading robot, and it takes the opportunity to the next level. This outstanding product and our very generous limited time promotional offer are phenomenal, and here's why. iMarkets Live just launched this 100% hands-free trading robot for the Forex markets that works on your computer 24 hours a day. It actually takes into consideration your trading account size and will make adjustments to your account as it grows. It's a high-end robot, unlike anything else available out there. This is not a day trading product, folks. It will take trades that last from 3 hours all the way up to, we've seen it go out as far as 3 weeks, watching the trends and adjusting in order to close a trade to the benefit of the customer. It's just incredible. The robot's name, again, is the IML DreamMaker, and here's what it can do for you. As I had mentioned earlier, this was the chart where you see the compounded growth of 150% in 6 months, and as you can see in this slide again, the simple description of the complex set of numbers and graphs is this. The IML DreamMaker traded a $10,000 account up to $25,000 in under 6 months. That's a high-end trading robot. So you can really see here that Christopher Terry has now opened the doors for us to leverage his 25 years of experience in a whole different way, this time using the IML DreamMaker. It has the ability to compound the profits and through the use of leverage from the Forex markets, and as you know now, that's an extremely powerful way to make money. It literally makes it 100% hands-free for you. By comparison to our trade signal service, which sends signals on a linear basis and requires you to spend 2 minutes a day logging in and logging out, with the DreamMaker, you don't even have to do that. It just compounds and adjusts for every dollar in the account that it has in it at any given time. This is so powerful, folks. I feel like the words are not really getting it across. Hopefully the graph is. Now, the retail price for this on our website is $5,000. However, our leadership spoke to Christopher Terry and asked him for a simple reduction in the price while we launched this product. And he came back to us with not only a price reduction, but a wonderful 3-month promotion. I got to admit, when he does things, he does them with the people in the company in mind. It's just so obvious that he cares about the success of others. And here is that program, folks. The Ambassador Program was created for iMarket Live IBOs who want to upgrade their IML experience. So between now and June the 30th, for an additional $2,500, not $5,000, they are now able to upgrade and become part of the new IML DreamMaker Ambassador Program. Plus, Christopher Terry is personally donating $375 into a shared bonus pool for each Ambassador DreamMaker sale. This is just so incredible. Okay, so each sale that's made, he's taking $375 and putting it into a pool that will be shared by the ambassadors. Just outrageously generous. Okay, so this second quarter promotion, again, ends at the end of June, and the qualifications to remain active in this are all that's required. You just remain active as an IBO with your $100 auto ship, and you can receive this entire list of benefits. I'll go through them very quickly, and then we'll wrap up our presentation. presentation for today, but you can go back to the recording to review them in more detail. Or if you're already an IBO, you can find this in your back office. But under this promotion, you get the IML Dreammaker at the promotional price. Each month, IML is going to take the $375 and put it into a trading account. That's a profit pool. So that means that the earnings are going to be based on the number of points that are in this program. And let me explain that a different way. As you purchase an IML Dreammaker, you earn a point. As you sell an IML Dreammaker, you earn a point. These points build up. Each point allows you to dip deeper into the pool. It's that simple. And that pool, in addition to Christopher putting the $375 in there for the sale of each IML Dreammaker, that pool is also going to be traded by an IML Dreammaker. So you're starting to see the potential here. This can become a very large account that's going to be split between the IML ambassadors as a profit pool based on the points that they acquire. Now, people who are ambassadors will also earn a double bonus as a commission for the sale of each one of these during the promotional period, where normal IBOs earn $250, IML ambassadors will earn double, or $500. And anyone who actually goes out there and sells 10 or more ambassador packages is going to get the opportunity to spend 1 week with hotel and air paid for, spend 1 week with our CEO, Christopher Terry, and he is going to set up a $10,000 trading account that the two of you will be trading for that entire week, and you get to keep 100% of the profits. And he guarantees that you'll walk away with at least 500, but the potential there is very great for walking away with much more. You will receive an invitation to a mastermind group that we're holding in Las Vegas later this summer, and you'll also have your picture and your bio placed on the website showing your ambassador title. You'll receive VIP seating at future IML corporate events, and you'll get private training, trading and marketing at these events. And you earn commission on the sales of tickets that you make to the regional and national events that we'll be holding. Now, please understand, after the 90-day ambassador promotion ends, the IML Dreammaker will then be priced at $5,000. But it will also increase the commission on it to $1,000 for IML ambassadors, and it'll be $500 for regular IBOs. But you can see here why there's a great advantage to becoming an IML ambassador. So that is pretty much it in a nutshell, and just going to wrap up by showing our income disclaimer, because that is required and necessary, and we support being transparent. You know, it speaks for itself. I'm not going to take the time to read it, but I will point out that we know what we're providing. We don't know what people are going to do with it. The potential here to earn is great on many levels, but people's actions ultimately determine what their results are going to be. So if you'd like to read this in greater detail, you can find it on our website or review it on the recording at a later date. And this, ladies and gentlemen, concludes our call and webinar for today. And, you know, if you're as excited about iMarkets Live as I am at this point, wow, that means I've done my job. And I would encourage you to get more information, contact the person that invited you here today, get your questions answered, and ask for help with joining. We'd love to have you as part of our team and help you to move from that 98th percentile of income earners to the 2 percentile of income earners, which is where we are all headed today. Thank you one and all for attending. My name again is Kevin Bowser, and I bid you a great day, night, or morning, depending on where you are in the world today. This officially concludes our presentation today.